Welcome to Hands Off, the People's Veto Rally in Washington, D.C. Please welcome Denise Bright Dove Ashton Dunkley.
Greetings, everyone. Nudelita, Elipan, Delawente Denise, Sapalete, Mametake Mu. I am glad you all came. My name is Denise Bright Dove Dunkley. I am Nanticoke from the Nanticoke Lenape Nation, Turtle Clan. When I describe and envision my ancestral homelands without colonial borders, I say that I am from the southernmost tide waters of Lenape-Hoking, the land of Lenape. And that land spreads throughout most of Delaware, parts of Pennsylvania and Maryland, and all of New Jersey, and into New York. We are gathered today within the ancestral homelands of my relatives, the Piscataway people. I am humbled to speak here, and I acknowledge the responsibility of kinship. I want to thank the Piscataway Nation for their unwavering stewardship of this territory, and I ask you all to do the same. Indigenous people have occupied, governed, traded, thrived, and endured within our original territories since time immemorial. It is our inherent sovereign right to continue to do so. But acknowledging our existence is only one step. Good allies also amplify and elevate the voices of those they are helping. We are in a time of uncertainty. Indigenous, Black and brown, are in dire need of assistance. In fact, solidarity is critical for our collective futures. We all know too well what happens to the land happens to the people. As we struggle to fight for life and beauty in this world and for the earth itself, each of us must decide where our moral compass leads us. Will you remember the Piscataway Nation when you leave here today? Will you honor the earth? Will you think about the people whose lands you stand on? Will you stand up for your neighbor? Will you be a good relative and think about the responsibilities of kinship? Will you remember our more than human relatives, those who suffer from the greed of humanity, our four-legged, our winged ones, the creepy crawlies, our soil, our waterways, and our air? What about the rights of nature? A special prayer to all of my relatives who are suffering. My thoughts and prayers are with Palestine. And whatever else you can shout out, I want to hear it. Who needs our help? Kishamin, Wishamin, and Kanakahin. Wanishi, Creator, help, and watch over us. Thank you. Thank you.
want you to lift your voices as high as you can lift them. And we're going to bring back an old song to invite the ancestors who did this before us. Are we ready? I need you to clap along if you can. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up the freedom way. Ain't gonna let nobody. No. For Reverend Dr. William J. Barber II.
Not one step back. 57 years ago, on April the 3rd, Reverend Dr. King said the night before he died, nothing would be more tragic than for us to turn back now. God help us not to turn back from the vision of our Constitution, that is to establish justice, to promote the general welfare, to provide for the common defense, and to ensure domestic tranquility. When Trump and Musk and Johnson and their minions are signing unconstitutional executive orders, unconstitutionally firing people, trying to pass an unjust budget, and wrongfully raising tariffs that will not only hurt Wall Street, but that street and side streets and side roads. When they are doing this, we must say every day, we will stand up in truth and raise our voices and our votes and declare, take your hands off of our democracy. When their foolish budget plans could remove 36 million people from health care
and millions of poor and low-wage children from school lunch and refuse to raise the living wage for 14 million low-wage working American people from $7.25 to $17 an hour. We must pray for God to give us the courage to stand and say, take your hands off our Medicaid. Take your hands off our Medicare. Take your hands off our voting rights. Take your hands off our living wages. Take your hands off our public education. Take your hands off of our lives. When greedy technocrats with the supremacy philosophy want to rule the country, we with moral vigor and righteous indignation must stand up and say no. We cannot be at ease in America. History is pushing us, the present is demanding us, and the future is calling us. I said in 2018 that every age must have a movement of people that will build a moral fusion mass movement that stands together. That stands together because the issues before us are not about left versus right or Republican versus Democrat, but about right versus wrong and justice versus injustice. And with the help of the divine, we must unite more and more, declaring that we are black, we are white, we are Latino, we are Asian, we are Native, we are young, we are old, we are North, we are South, we are East, we are West, we are gay, we are straight, we are trans, we are America, and we ain't going nowhere. God give us the strength. We will not allow a budget that goes after the policies that lift the poor and low-wage workers of this nation. We will not accept the attacks on federal workers. We will not accept them, not now, not ever. And we will prayerfully, with no equivocation, no capitulation, no weakness, declare that all that is holy and divine, we must not bow. We must reclaim our government. We must pledge ourselves to the work of the third reconstruction of America. We must lift every voice and sing together. We must lead with love and repent of the apathy that has too often slipped in. We cannot bow. Finally, they are afraid of you. Trump and Musk, who want to be dictators and want to be kings and lords, they are afraid of the power of love and truth and justice. They are afraid of your unity and your diversity. Well, let's keep them afraid until they change. My friends, this is way bigger than just a party issue. This is an outright battle for civilization. And the truth is, they are all scared of your power to come together. And they are betting that we will be afraid of them. But this is the time that we must increase, intensify, and embolden our agitation. We must declare that the only way a wannabe king can be king is if we bow. But bowing down is not an option. Our knees aren't made for bowing. We are not going to bow to power-drunk, neo-fascist extremists. We only bow to God. And so we must stand tall. When they attack everyday people with mean, hurtful policies, we must stand tall and say, take your hand off of our lives. So stand up to the technocrats. It's time for our pulpits to stand tall. It's time for statesmen and stateswomen to stand tall. It's time for the people to stand tall. We must mobilize our righteous bodies and our voices and our hearts by the millions. We must stand tall because bowing down is not an option. It might take mass call-ins, but stand tall. It might take mass sit-ins, but stand tall. It might take nonviolent civil disobedience, and they might arrest us, but stand tall. It might take mass praying, but stand tall. It might take class action lawsuits, but stand tall. It might take having a labor strike day on election day so that working people can vote. But stand tall. Stand tall in every precinct. Stand tall in every voting district. Stand tall in every city. Stand tall in every state. Stand tall in truth. Stand tall in love. Stand tall in justice. Stand tall and demand that they take their hands off our democracy, and the God of the universe will be with us. Stand tall. Stand tall. Bowing down. Say it with me. Bowing down. Bowing down. Bowing down. Bowing down. Bowing down. Bowing down. It's not an option. It's not an option. Stand. 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 Stand.
Washington, D.C. Please welcome Congressman Jamie Raskin. And all the firings, they're working every day to cure cystic fibrosis, multiple sclerosis, breast cancer, and that most deadly disease of our time, malignant narcissistic personality disorder. Let the scientists do their job. They might even find a cure for that baffling worm and brain disease. The great thing about science is it's true whether or not the Secretary of Health and Human Services believes in it. Let's all say with Maryland, hands off science! Hands off science! And then from Virginia! The birthplace of James Madison, who wrote us the First Amendment. It separated church and state for the first time in human history. It gave us the right to speak freely, to publish freely, to worship freely, to assemble freely, and to petition government for a redress of grievances. As Dr. King said, we've got the right to protest for what is right without being arrested, deported, or fired. We have the right to read the books we want, including 1984 and The Handmaid's Tale, even if they now belong in the nonfiction section. We've even got the right to call the president deranged for crashing our economy, destroying $6 trillion of wealth, and turning my 401k into words in the English language: due process. Let's stand with Madison and Virginia and the people, and Thomas Jefferson and all the people of the people of Virginia, and let's say, hands off the Bill of Rights! Hands off the Bill of Rights! Hello to the 713,000 tax-paying, patriotic citizens of Washington, D.C. Your officers, like Michael Fanone, joined the Capitol Police on January 6, 2021 to defend Congress against the worst insurrectionary mob violence of American history brought down the Capitol, which wounded, hospitalized, and injured more than 140 of our police officers. These were mobsters who turned the flag of America into a weapon of war against our police. And now Donald Trump says he wants to set up a fund to compensate them. Mr. Trump, if there's going to be a fund to compensate people for January 6th, we're going to compensate the police officers and their families. We're going to back the men and women of the blue, not the planners of the coup. Meantime, the people of D.C. have a valid, bona fide political grievance, not an imaginary one. They've not stormed the Capitol or tried to overturn an election or hang the vice president. They petitioned for statehood like 37 states. Donald Trump, free D.C. Free D.C. Free D.C. Free D.C. Free D.C. I want to say a special hello to people across America, but especially people of Wisconsin. They showed America that organized people who want nothing but freedom can defeat organized billionaires who want nothing but power. Here in America, Mr. Musk, justice is not for sale, and we don't raffle off state Supreme Court judgeships for million-dollar prizes. Stop trying to buy our votes. Stop ripping off our government, and stop stealing our data. My friends, we're in the fight of our lives, but I want to tell you this. We're winning every day. We're winning in court, where 39 judges appointed by 5 Republican and Democratic presidents have issued 56 preliminary injunctions against lawlessness. The judges like Judge Bosworth, the Chief Judge of the D.C. District Court, the return of Kilmer Garcia, a legal red. They sent him to a dictator's prison in El Salvador. To admit that his deportation was without due process and was quote an error. But yes, then well, say la vie, Mr. Garcia, to say that the U.S. custody that you got the means to bring back.
swinging to the bench first by President Bush. He was Justice Kavanaugh's roommate at Yale. He's known as a pillar of the legal establishment. They say, though, well, the number of striking down Trump's policies is completely unprecedented. Well, so what? Not only because the number of his illegal actions are completely unprecedented. The judges are doing their job. They're doing their job. Let's tell MAGA democratic movements all over the world. Tell the dictators of the world to off the courts. Hands off the courts. Hands off the courts. Hands off the courts. Hands off the courts. You're trying to pay law firms and lawyers who represent Democrats and to revoke their security. Law firms for hundreds of millions of dollars, work for his causes. Free speech. We're winning in the counties. We're winning in cities. We're winning in the churches. And not just in Harbor. We're winning across New York. And the university. Know that in the world and in Canada and Mexico, he's an enemy for what he's doing, and he's turning anywhere Vladimir billionaires and Putin followers who make war plans over the public signal app, even while they're I'll tell you, mold artificial down the dark and they call them match the leaders who took down slavery and destruction, and Stevens and Frederick Douglass. If they think they're going to overthrow the heroes of American democracy, they don't know who they're dealing with. Vote a constitution that does not begin with a dictator. The preamble says, we the who. You say the we're perfect. We're perfect. We're perfect. Defense, promote the general welfare, and the posterity of liberty. Power in the Congress of the United States. Which means controls terrorists. Terrorists are not only imbecile, illegal, they're unconstitutional, and we're going to turn this around. Congress has the power of the purse to raise money and spend money. An Appropriations Act is a federal law, like the law banning assault on federal officers. It's not a budgetary suggestion to the executive. Spend money on child education or cancer research. You in that. Congress is the lawmaking branch, the predominant branch, as Madison put it. Don't buy any of this fifth grade propaganda about three co-equal branches. First of all, it's unique. All the pages about Congress, 4 short paragraphs. One, Section 4, which is all about you impeach your president for treason, bribery, and other high crimes and misdemeanors. If we're co-equal, how come we can impeach him and he can't impeach us? What's the core function of the president, my friends? Teach your children to are faithfully executed. Not twisted, not distorted, not always say to Don, do your job. 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 And when he doesn't, that's what Article 3 is all about. All about. Robert Madison says it's embedded in the province and the duty of the judicial department to say what the law is. That's what judicial review is. But that's a short-term solution, my friends. The real backstop to this authoritarianism is, it has always been, and it always will be, the people. Very gerrymandering, all their voter suppression, even their bills, the people will organize to defeat them and take back the Congress. We'll be heard in the town halls, in the union halls, in the church halls, in the state halls, and in the council, online, and at the post office, which will say at social security that they're trying to close down. And if anybody was to wake up to this authoritarian takeover, no sleeping now, and nothing is going to stop the forces of democracy in America. No oligarch, no pro-oligarch, no autocrat, no theocrat, no kleptocrat, no monarch from Moscow or Lago is going to turn us. Fascism will not be in history. History will be the end of fascism. The cult of MAGA will not destroy the economy built by free labor, free ideas, and free markets. Economy, the magazine months ago, the envy of the world. The envy of the world. My friends, we are not liberal who believe in liberty. We are not believe in progress. We are the land. We are going to serve and for future Americans. We invite all Americans to join us, to join the party of democracy in solidarity. One is a victory for all. I leave you with a great democracy patriots. Close your heart. More than half an hour away at the White River Plantation. Into slavery. He escaped from slavery to become our great freedom fighter during the Civil War and Reconstruction. And Douglas said, if there's no struggle, there's no progress. And the struggle may be physical, it may be moral, and physical, but there must be struggle. Power concedes nothing without a demand. It never has, and it never will. A message to you from Frederick Douglass and the people of Maryland. And my friends, I leave you finally with the words of the great Tom Paine and myself. Tommy was named after, and Tom Paine got here in 1774, 2 years before the Revolution. He fell in love with the promise of our land. He said, if these people live up to their promise and their ideals, the land will become an asylum to humanity, he said. Not an insane asylum, mind you. A place of refuge for people seeking freedom from political and religious discrimination from all over the world. And he wrote the pamphlet that ignited our revolution, Common Sense, by which he meant the sense we all have in common when we're willing to reason together without myth and dogma and what we would call propaganda and disinformation. But you know, 1776 was a tough year. Saying, you can't beat the kings and the queens. You can't beat the autocrats and the monarchs. You can't separate church and state. For all of history, people have lived under thugs and dictators and kleptocrats like Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump. But half the people said, no, let's try something different. Let's pledge to ourselves our sacred honor, our fortunes, our lives, to build something different. And so Payne wanted to write a pamphlet to give people hope during the darkest hours. And he wrote this beautiful pamphlet called The American Crisis. I just want to quote a little passage to you. I'm going to update the language so it doesn't offend modern sensibilities. And Nancy Pelosi told me I had to do that. And she said it wouldn't offend Tom Paine because he was a feminist. And that he was. He was fighting for women's voting rights in the 18th century. But Paine said, these are the times that try men and women's souls. The summer soldier and the sunshine patriot will shrink at this moment from the service of their cause and their country. But everyone that stands with us now will win the love and the favor and affection of every man and every woman for all time. Tyranny, like hell, is not easily conquered, but we have this saving consolation. The more difficult the struggle, the more glorious in the end will be our victory. Let's make that victory ours. Thank you, Indivisible. Thank you, America.
Please welcome Congressman Maxwell Frost.
Hello, how's everybody doing? This is about the fight for everything and everyone. When I say everything, say everyone. Everything. Everyone. Everything. Everyone. Everything. Everyone. It is so damn good to see this crowd. You know, we all know that we're living in some dark times. We see the of our society, Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, the very safety nets that people have fought for generations to ensure that our country lives up to its promise, are being targeted by the billionaires and the oligarchs and the corporations. This insidious rise of authoritarianism is fueled by corrupt billionaires and mega corporations who believe that they have the right to control every aspect of our lives. Our health care, to our schools, to our thoughts, to our very speech. Under the false banner of patriotism and freedom and a false banner of patriotism. They would have us believe that if we gave them all the control, everything would be great. But news, they've had the control, and look at where we're at right now. Massive wealth inequality in this country, where most of our people live paycheck to paycheck. It isn't a new problem for generations. The billionaires and oligarchs have kept all this wealth and left us with their crumbs. But we say, no more. In this moment, we all have a choice to make. As elected officials, we can't live in the world of what we can't do, but we have to live in the world of what we can and must do. I'll tell you, I had some friends come up to me and say, I should think about running for Congress. I said, hell no, you're crazy. The crazy is, I didn't have all the power at the time, I didn't have all the money. I experienced homelessness during my campaign, and as many know, even after I was elected, I couldn't find a place to live in D.C. because the housing costs were too high. But the crazier thing is, we won. We didn't have all the power. When we woke up and saw, it was Twitter at this time, when we woke up and saw on Twitter that a black man, George Floyd, had been lynched in broad daylight. We didn't have all the power, but we still took to the streets to say that Black Lives Matter. They didn't have all the power. When a gunman walked into Marjorie Stoneman Douglas in Parkland, Florida, and murdered 17 students, children, and teachers. But the students rose up, demanded that we end gun violence, and the world didn't just watch, the world marched to end gun violence. I say this because a lot of times when you don't have all the power that you want, you use all the power that you got. we have to do in this moment. We need to use everything in our toolbox. We can't afford to brush aside any part of our movement. We need mutual aid. We need protests. We need direct action. We need a legislative strategy. We need to be in the courts litigating, because I promise you, our opposition are not leaving any tools in their toolbox. They're using everything they have. And it's insane because there is such international solidarity in the right-wing fascist movement. January 6th here, January 8th in Brazil, funded by a lot of the same people and organized by a lot of the same people. But here's the thing, their movement is run by fear, trying to push us against one another. They would have our people believe that the reasons we can't afford rent, the reason we can't afford health care, the reason we can't afford groceries is because of other people in our own communities. Yes, we know that this system is rigged and the status quo doesn't work for Americans, but it's not rigged against the billionaires, it's rigged for the billionaires and for the corporations. They are the ones hoarding so much wealth, we can't even imagine what it is. They're the ones cutting essential programs that help working families while giving themselves massive tax breaks that benefits nobody but themselves. They tell us that immigrants are stealing our jobs, but they're the ones shipping jobs overseas and hiring corporate lawyers to go and union bust. They're the ones that are screwing us over on the job. They tell us that trans people are a threat to our children, but they're the ones dismantling public education. They're the ones denying the climate crisis. They're the ones poisoning our planet. They're the ones doing nothing about the national public health emergency of gun violence. And they want us to believe that they're the patriots of free speech. But they're the ones kidnapping and disappearing college students across this country that are just fighting for peace to ensure that innocent people don't die. The message is simple, and I've been traveling the country. I went to Michigan with my good friend Senator Chris Murphy to a Republican district, and the message is simple. We're in this situation not because of our neighbors. I promise you, your bank account looks a lot more like your trans neighbors or your immigrant neighbors, and nothing like Elon Musk. In fact, we're all closer to being on the streets than having a bank account that looks like his. How do you think he got to where he's at? I have people who come up to me and say, Maxwell, why would they be stealing? Elon Musk is already the richest person in the world. He has enough money. The question is, how do you think he became the richest person in the world? And, you know, Elon doesn't like me. If you told me 5 years ago that the richest man on earth would be tweeting about me, I mean, it goes to show Elon's a great example that money can't buy you happiness, and money can't buy you a Wisconsin Supreme Court seat either. But I'll tell you, our way out of this is not to back down, is not to be silent, it is not to be divided. Throughout human history, authoritarians, they're never satisfied with the power that they have. And so they test the bounds. They push the limits. They break the law. And then they look at the public to see if they're quiet or if they're loud. If we are quiet, if elected officials are quiet, then we are complicit. And we cannot be complicit in the tearing apart of Medicaid, of Social Security, of food stamps, and nutritional assistance. The things that we fought for and earned. This is why Democrats in the House and across the country, we can't be and we are not the minority party. We must be the opposition in this moment. And then in less than 2 years, we will become the majority. And I'll tell you this, Elon Musk was on the news the other day saying, well, if the Democrats win, it's just going to be subpoenas and investigations. It's the one thing he's right about. You're damn right there's going to be subpoenas. You're damn right there's going to be investigations. Because when you steal from the people, expect the people to rise up. The ballot box and on the streets. Look, I'll end with this. I'm not going to be the one to sit here and say everything is going to be okay. Because to be honest, there's going to be a lot of people, and there's already a lot of people who are not okay, who are suffering from this authoritarian right-wing regime that is trying to have a billionaire takeover of our government. But the good thing is we are not alone. Not just in this moment and in this crowd, but I mean we're not alone in the grand mosaic of humanity and timeline of justice. We stand alongside the water protectors, the freedom fighters, the anti-war warriors, the labor organizers, and movements of working people throughout human history that have seen the world through the eyes of the most vulnerable and said, we are all together. We are not divided and we are not apart. And it's not going to be easy. And I know this coming from a movement, I got involved in politics when I was 15 years old because I didn't want to get shot in school. I was a part of the movement for 10 years. I'm still a part of the gun violence prevention movement. At the time when the most people give a damn about our issue is coupled when there's the most death and chaos. A movement when the country is paying attention to us. This is what's going on right now. I always tell people, the testament of an organizer is what you do when nobody's paying attention. But the testament of a movement is what you do when the world is watching. And the world is watching our country right now. There will be times when we feel discouraged. There will be times where we feel disappointed. But when those feelings overcome you, think about this moment. Think about our people. Think about our stories. And think about the people who came before us. And in my mind, I always think about the amazing Angela Davis when she said, I am no longer accepting what I cannot change. I am changing what I cannot accept. So to the people, can you accept cuts to Social Security? Can you accept cuts to Medicare and Medicaid? Right-wing authoritarians in this country? Can we accept them banning the books in our libraries? Can we accept them trying to ethnically cleanse our people from the land? Can we accept kids being mowed down in their schools? Well, it sounds like we have a lot of damn work to do. God bless you all. Let's continue to fight, and we will win. Thank you.
Please welcome Move On Executive Director, Rana Epting.
Hello, DC! I'm Rana and I'm with Move On. Who's a Move On member? Raise your hand. That's right, because at Move On we believe in the power of the people. We believe in the power of collective action, and that's what today is all about. Look, we know Trump and Musk and the Republicans have been launching an all-out flood-the-zone strategy to overwhelm us with attacks on Social Security, Medicaid, on other critical services and benefits that we've earned, on attacks on our rights and our freedoms. They want us. They want us to feel helpless. They want us to be hopeless. They want us to feel alone in our concern. Are we alone? No! Are we helpless? No! Are we hopeless? No, because when we come together, we are powerful, and thank you for being here today. Look, Trump and Musk, they're doing everything to consolidate their power. You know that. You know that. They're firing tens of thousands of federal employees. They're threatening to get rid of more. They're trying to eliminate the Department of Education, leaving students, parents, and teachers out in the cold in favor of making their billionaire backers richer and richer. And now they're attempting to silence our neighbors in the workforce all across the country by taking away their voice on the job. Are we going to stand for that? No! But as we know, the working people united will never be divided. Will never be defeated. And you're about to hear from some incredible leaders of unions here today. We'll be joined alongside with working people who've been directly affected at the hands of Trump and Musk. They're not just fighting for their members, they are fighting for all of us, folks. So please give a big, hearty welcome to the stage, AFL-CIO President Liz Schuler, NEA President Becky Pringle, National Nurses United President Kathy Kennedy, and NSC President Manny Irwin, and AFE President Edward Kelly, along with their members.
Fired her. Does that make sense to anyone here? Listen, ever since this election, I keep hearing about how divided working people are. But the people I talk to every day, teachers, nurses, construction workers, engineers, sanitation workers, people with every kind of job and every kind of background, what I hear is the exact opposite. We could not be more united in what matters to us. And I see it. I see it. I have not met one person. I've not met one person who says, yes, it makes sense for a CEO to make 268 times what I make while I live paycheck to paycheck. I have not met one person who says, yes, Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos need more tax breaks, and that money should come from my mom's Medicare or Social Security. I have not met one person who says, yes, please, let an unelected billionaire take a chainsaw to the jobs that my community counts on. The jobs that keep my food safe, that make my water clean. Get rid of the workers who care for our veterans, our heroes, when they come back from serving our country. It makes no sense. So to every working person here and everyone watching, I don't care if you're a Democrat or Republican and independent, do you want common sense from your happy that you're in the fight with us. I may not get my job back, but I'm going to fight for the employees that are still there because they deserve it as well. And I'm going to make sure that everyone knows what's going on because when we fight, we win. And now it's my joy to introduce an absolute fighter for our nation's kids, someone who protects not only our educators, our students, but all working people in this country, the president of the National Education Association, Becky Pringle.
The view from up here is magnificent. Of all the civil rights for which this world has fought and died for 5,000 years, the right to learn is the most fundamental. The freedom to learn has been bought by bitter sacrifice. So whatever you might think about the curtailment of other civil rights, you must fight to the last ditch to keep open the right to learn. Those words spoken by W.E.B. Du Bois over a century ago are still true today. I am Becky Pringle, and I am most proud of having taught eighth graders the wonders of science for 31 years. And I am honored to be the president of this nation's largest labor union, the National Education Association. I am joined here on stage by teachers and education support staff. And we are joined by the 3 million people who have dedicated their lives to teaching and nurturing, counseling and feeding, driving and taking care of this nation's 50 million students. And we're all here to say, hands off our public schools! The NEA has called out Donald Trump and Elon Musk and WWE czar. You can't make this stuff up. Linda McMahon, brazen attempts to... Their brazen attempts to undermine public education in America. Their devastating, dangerous, and disrespectful mass firing of half of our public servants in the Department of Education. We all know that will hurt all students in all...
Shut down zoos! 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 Everybody see this for noise, let them know you're here! It's time to fight! All good people unite!
We're stopping at the next block, press. Thank you.
All good people unite! It's time to fight! All good people unite! Please get behind me. All good people unite! It's time to fight!
Defend the Constitution! We, the people! Defend the Constitution! We, the people defend the Constitution. 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 We, the people. It's time to fight. All good people unite. 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 Hands on. 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 When workers' rights are under attack, what do we do? Stand up like that. When workers' rights are under attack, what do we do? Stand up like that. What do we do? Stand up like that. When Medicare is under attack, what do we do? Stand up like that. When Medicaid is under attack, what do we do? Stand up like that. So what do we do? Stand up like that. When immigrant rights are under attack, what do we do? Stand up like that. When immigrant rights are under attack, what do we do? Stand up like that. What do we do? Stand up like that. When higher ed is under attack, what do we do? Stand up like that. When higher ed is under attack, what do we do? Stand up like that. What do we do? Stand up like that. When free speech rights are under attack, what do we do? Stand up like that. When free speech rights are under attack, what do we do? Stand up like that. What do we do? We wanna move. We wanna move. We wanna move. We wanna move. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Yes. 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 I mean, I have.
Looking good, New York. Please join us behind the front banner. Thank you, New York.
Ho, ho! Trump and Musk have got to go, hey, hey! Ho, ho! Trump and Musk have got to go, hey, hey! Ho, ho! Trump and Musk have got to go, hey, hey! Ho, ho! Trump and Musk have got to go, hey, hey! Ho, ho! Trump and Musk have got to go, hey, hey! Ho, ho! can't hear you! Are you mad in the back by the street? Be madder! You're not mad up! Get madder, because it's going to get worse! Why are we mad? We don't recognize our president as president. He's not acting like any president we've ever had before. Why is that? Because he embraces fascism. Our greatest generation fought fascism. My great uncle died fighting the fascists. Your family members died in Europe fighting the fascists. And now this son of a bitch welcomes them to Washington, D.C. Are you mad about that? Stay mad and get madder. That swastika.
didn't get your frame, did I?
No, but if you want to get on my frame.
No, I don't.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Cancel all agreements between the federal government and the federal employee.
I'm gonna watch for you.
Took office, national parks operated on shoestring staffing levels. But with all the employee firings and the hiring freeze, parks have realized they don't have enough staff to clean all the bathrooms or to keep campgrounds open, so they're starting to close them. So what does the Secretary of the Interior do? He sends out a declaration that says all parks must keep all areas open and all facilities open. So I want to know, Mr. Secretary, how do you expect them to do that?
Hey, welcome.
So we've all seen capitulation by traditional media, universities, businesses, and we've seen some people speaking up, standing up. But when individuals stand up alone, they're easy to pick off, right? They're easier to arrest, to detain, to disappear. We need to all work together, all issues, all together, all at the same time, because our numbers are our strength. So please, if you're looking to get more involved, and I hope you are, visit some of the tables over here. We are looking for people with passion, with skills, and with creative ideas to fight this thing and do what we can to regain a government that works for its people, not the other way around. Thank you. All right, everybody, let's give a round of applause for our first two speakers. And I don't know if y'all noticed, there's some other noises going on here. It looks like we got under somebody's skin, which means we're doing the right thing. All right, it is my utmost honor to introduce our next speaker, Attorney General Bill Weiser.
Can we get Jennifer and 5501 and Powder News a huge round of applause? Really? And look at Jennifer's t-shirt. It says, if your voice held no power, they would not try to silence you. We will not be silenced. Because what America is about is a land where we have a government of the people, by the people, say it with me now, for the people. In America, we believe that we are indivisible, with liberty and justice for all of us. In America, we believe that e pluribus unum is our motto. Out of many, we are one. And in America, we have only in America stories like in my family, where my mom was born in a concentration camp on April 13th, 1945, almost 80 years ago, was liberated with my grandmother 1 week after she was born. They came to the United States of America, and in my family, we go from that concentration camp to me working for Ruth Bader Ginsburg, President Barack Obama, serving as your Attorney General, and as a candidate to be your next governor. In one generation, When we stand together, when we stand on our principles, we will always prevail. We cannot be silenced. Which is why on the first day of this administration, when they didn't get the memo that immigrants make America great, and this is personal to me, when my grandmother and grandfather and mom came here as refugees, they didn't have any money. They didn't have any skills. All they had was hope and a belief that this nation, anything is possible. And no one will be discriminated against based on who they are, what they look like, who they might worship, and who they love. And that's what we are fighting for today. And that's why on the first day of this administration, when they took, to me, an unimaginable step of thinking a Sharpie could overrule the Constitution, and they said that birthright citizenship was no longer a constitutional right, we went to court and we have won. And that's why when they didn't get the memo about something called separation of powers, which means the executive branch doesn't get to write the laws, they have to execute the laws. We went to court again and said that money for our veterans, money for survivors of domestic violence, money for Meals on Wheels can't be withheld by an executive branch, and once again, we prevailed. And when the so-called Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, thought it might be a good idea to let random people who are unscreened, untrained, unsupervised to get access to our sensitive financial information, we went to court again, and yes, we won again. And in Colorado, we care about everyone. And in Colorado, we believe in equal rights, and we believe in the right to gender-affirming care. And so when this administration tried to tell Colorado that we couldn't let people live as their best authentic selves, we said, we'll see you in court, and yes, once again, we won. What we need to recognize is the rule of law. The Constitution, they are in the balance. And I believe as we come through this, we will come through stronger, because we will better understand why we need to fight for our critical values, for equal protection of the laws, for freedom of speech, and yes, for due process of law, which means people cannot be deported without any process, because that's not what we do in America. Because in America, we are the land of the free and the home of the brave. And I will tell you, at this moment, they want to silence you. They want to intimidate you. And what this crowd says is, we will not be silenced. We will not be intimidated. And just like fear is contagious, so is hope. So is courage. And I will continue to believe in the United States of America that brought my ancestors here. I will continue to recognize that together we will remain e pluribus.
Yeah, I know. We were talking about it. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of young people. It's a lot of people together.
This is what democracy looks like. 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 This is what democracy looks like.
Yeah. Yes.
I saw this meme, so I was like, thank you for feeding my wife retirement. Maybe the economy is so low.
Yeah, we hate the economy.
Yeah, let's go. has got to go, hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go, hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go, hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go, hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go, hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go, hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go, hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go, hey, hey. Silence.
Oh dear. So good to see other people too. They look at the phones, it's just everyone looking on their own. This is good. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. Yay! Good to see you. Oh, hi, nice to meet you.
There's a lot to together. We're talking about not many people we knew already. From college or
short story.
Workers, yes! Oh, yeah.
really actually.
I went to law school with him too.
Oh, that's great. You go to NYU or somewhere in the school? That was like 2 years right now.
Yeah.
Yes!
He might have told
Yes,
me.
that's right. That is right. Now that's patriotic.
That's fine.
Probably again, still people more in LA.
Oh, yeah.
Taking over. That's right. Nobody voted for him. Nobody voted for him. Nobody voted for him.
No tyrant, no king. 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 No tyrant, no king.
I didn't like it. I liked it.
No, that was great. Got a lot to do. Yeah.
They're great, very fast to do. Yeah, it's insane.
2 hours now?
Yeah, it's almost 3. And we were at the beginning, I guess. So.
Yes. This is my best boss who actually is somebody good fighting for the people. Yeah. Yes, good to see you. Oh my gosh, I forgot good to see you. Are you walking that way? Yeah, come with you for a little bit. It was so fun hanging out.
Rock and roll.
Good crowd, everybody.
Let's go.
How you doing? How you doing?
Go.
We have to.
Stand up, fight back! Stand up, fight back! Stand up, fight back!
Stand up, fight back!
Stand up, fight back! Stand up, fight back! What do we do? Stand up, fight back!
Hey, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
Hey, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
Hey, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back! Stand up, fight back! Stand up, fight back! Stand up, fight back!
This is what democracy looks like. 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 Hey, hey, oh, oh. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, oh, oh. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, oh, oh. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, oh, oh. Got to go. Hey, hey, oh, oh. Okay, please. This is what democracy looks like. 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 This is what democracy looks like.
doing the things that authoritarians have done throughout history to concentrate power and to break down democracy. We've seen him, right? Dismantling federal agencies. Anyone seen that? Retaliating against critics. Allowing some people who he likes to operate above the law. This is what authoritarians do, and we cannot let him take over our capital. It is up to all of us to stop them. And here in D.C., we are uniquely powerful. It has always, in every country where we've seen people rise up against authoritarianism, it has always been people in the capital city who rise up. And Free D.C. is here to build the movement that it will take to make it clear that we, all of us, inside, outside D.C., we will not comply. I know that we can do this because, unlike the president, I know the people of D.C. And some of you heard this morning the go-go beats that we danced to. We saw some of our students up here this morning, our beautiful students who are brilliant. And we know that our neighbors are connected to each other and in communities that love each other. Those are the things that make it impossible for a leader to oppress people. Those communities, those relationships, that beauty, that creativity. So we heard just a few minutes ago a lot about the importance of joy. I want to ask you all to say it with me, to be a part of this movement for joy, because we are going to need to push back. Here in D.C., about 3 weeks ago, we did something pretty unprecedented. We flooded 100 Senate offices at once, and we didn't get them to save democracy because they didn't have the spine for that, but we did get them to actually pass a standalone bill that let us use our own local dollars in D.C. They tried to take that away from us. But now that bill is in front of the House of Representatives, and you're about to hear from some people who support us in allowing us to use our own dollars. But unfortunately, we're going to have to push for this. So I want to invite everyone here to join us on Monday morning. I see you doing it right now, 100,000 of you taking up ours in. And I will organize my community. Thank you so much. That's what it's going to take to have a free DC. I'm going to say free, you say DC. Free? DC. Free? DC. Free? DC. Free? DC. I'm going to say DC, you say statehood. DC? Statehood. DC? Statehood. DC? Statehood. Thank you very much.
Please welcome to the stage Representatives Beyer, Omar, Green, Simon, Swalwell.
My name is Don Beyer, and I am ashamed of what Donald Trump is doing to our country. Donald Trump says he wants to make America great again, but he's making America the 1930s again. Herbert Hoover gave us the crash of 1929. Donald Trump gave us the stock market crash of 2025. Herbert Hoover gave us Smoot-Hawley in the Great Depression. Donald Trump has given us the largest tariffs ever in American history, a plunge in consumer confidence, and he's destroying our economy. The Great Depression, 1930s, gave us 25% unemployment. Elon Musk has already fired hundreds of thousands of people, government, federal employees, contractors. Lee Zeldin's gutting the EPA. They had no EPA in the 1930s. They had the Dust Bowl. Donald Trump is cutting the CDC. They had no CDC. Instead, millions of people died from polio, from measles, from tuberculosis. Donald Trump's gutting the NIH. In the 1930s, cancer was a death sentence. And then there's the Department of Education. They fired half the people. All of their civil rights organization. They had no Department of Education civil rights, and all of our schools were separate but equal. And then there's diversity. In the 1930s, if you were a Jewish American or a black American, you were denied neighborhoods, jobs, society, education. Women could be secretaries, teachers, and nurses if they were unmarried. And if you were gay or a lesbian or trans, you led a life of complete secrecy and repression. We are not going back. We will be fearless, relentless, angry, smart, and we will be tireless. My favorite wisdom is all life asks of us is that we live it with courage. So let me give you one of the most courageous members of Congress, my friend Ilhan Omar from Minnesota.
Thank you so much, Representative Beyer, for that introduction. Hello, everyone. It is so good to be here with over 100,000 American patriots. It is a reminder that the American fighting spirit is alive. Because, folks, we are in a fight. We are in a fight for our democracy. We are in a fight for our Constitution. We are in a fight for our families. We are in a fight for the kind of future we want in this country. We are currently living through a president who wants to be a dictator. In America, we do not accept dictators and we do not accept kings. We have a billionaire who has bought a seat next to the president, using him as a puppet. American democracy has never been for sale, and it won't be today. We are seeing a cowardice. Congressional Republicans that are utilizing the chaos our fascist president is creating to cut Medicaid, Social Security, and take away our rights. While they give $4.5 trillion in tax cuts to their billionaire puppeteers. None of this is normal. This is why we have to fight for our Constitution. It is because here is the thing. No matter who you are, Elon Musk and Donald Trump and corrupt congressional Republicans are coming for you. If you are a mother struggling to put food on the table, they are coming for you. If you have elderly parents that you are trying to put in a nursing home, they are coming for you. If you are a senior relying on Social Security, they are coming for you. If you have disabled children and you're trying to make sure they have access to education by cutting the education department, they're coming for you. So they want you to believe. They want you to believe, to look at your neighbor as the enemy. They want you to believe that it is because of trans kids that you can't have the necessary access to the programs we already paid for. They want you to think it is okay to snatch people in the middle of the night and disappear them. They want to take away our pride as Americans in the Constitution and due process by putting people in foreign prisons in a dark hole. They want to crash the economy so that they can set up a process of punishment and reward. So they can grab more power for who will bend the knee if you want a country that has the marvelous Constitution we have to fight for it. If you want a country that still believes in due process, we have to fight for it. If you believe in a country where we take care of our neighbors, look after the poor, and make sure our children have a future they can believe in, we have to fight for it. So are you ready to fight? Are you ready to fight? Let's go fight and win. And with that, it is my honor to introduce Representative Simon of California.
Hey, good people. So I've been in the United States Congress for about 3 months. I was sworn in on January 3rd with my colleagues to do one thing, is to fight like hell against tyranny.
Bosses and the bankers who never gave their share of any blood, of any sweat.
Challenge you to do 3 things. All right, you ready? Get over here, Alex. 2 people who you know are concerned about the state of our country.
Elizabeth!
Oh, yeah. And I want to take a moment to share with you that you have to learn the hard way. You can learn from those who've gone before you. Yeah. And so he...
How you doing, everybody? I gotta tell you, 100,000 people on City Hall Plaza to protest what's going on in this country, it warms our fucking heart, I tell you.
It's been stolen, we've been robbed of our freedom, we've been held down and beholden to the bosses and the bankers who never gave their share of any blood.
Regardless of this administration's aim to stomp on the backs of our elderly, regardless of this administration's promise to end inclusivity and to throw out our children, not only brothers and sisters and siblings will we fight, we will use the strategic force of this body and the 2 million strong that are out in the streets today to win. At every city hall, at every governor's office, and yes, right here in the White House, our lives depend on it. Not only are not we going back, we are going north. We will win because evil will never prevail. Let's keep fighting. And with that, I want to introduce my brother, Congresswoman, by the way, thank you so much, Congresswoman, Congressman Eric Swalwell.
This is what kicking the shit out of fascism looks like. This is what it looks like. We've seen a lot of people cave to fascism in America. We're not. We've seen the CEOs cave. Will you cave? We've seen the law firms cave. Will you cave? We've seen the colleges cave. Will you cave?
We can't cave. My name's Eric Swalwell. I'm the son of a cop, a mom who was a baker, and I went to college as the first in the family on a soccer scholarship. And before every big game, before every season, the coach would tell us, I want you to close your eyes and think about what does that last moment of the game look like? And I want you to think as we begin this season of democracy, what does the last moment of this march look like? We win! That's what it looks like. It's justice. It's redemption. It's accountability. And it's renewal. Because as you stand here right now, we have gone from a Trump slump to a Trump train wreck. We are going into a red recession. Our 401ks are 201ks. Our costs at Walmart and Home Depot and Target, where 4 out of 5 of the things we buy are from overseas, are going up. And where is Donald Trump? He's golfing. So to Donald Trump, I say, get your ass off the golf course and face the people. America first. It's Trump first. This guy is a con. Trump Bibles, made in China. Trump sneakers, made in China. The Trump shitcoin, made on a computer, made in China. And he's not just disappearing people. He's disappearing rights. And to that we say, disappear, we're still here. Our veterans, we're still here. We're still here. We're still here. That's right. He wants to disappear our veterans and women and hardworking immigrants and our seniors and our kids and the sick. We're still here. So you are asking us, what is the plan? And I'll tell you this, we are not going to give a single vote to fascism inside the Congress because we know you're fighting outside the Congress. And so small victories will bring us big victories. We had a victory last Tuesday in Wisconsin. Thank you. We need a victory later this year in New Jersey and Virginia in the governor's race. And then we're going to march all the way to the midterms, and we're going to win on November 4, and we're going to cut our time in hell in half. So what my colleagues and I want to ask you, because just about a mile from here on January 6, 2021, we saw the bravest police officers. They showed up and they defended our democracy. And you don't have to put on body armor. You don't have to take a stun gun to your neck or a Confederate flag to your head. You don't have to suffer a heart attack or a stroke or traumatic brain injury, as we saw from Officer Mike Fanone or Harry Dunn or Danny Hodges or Sergeant Cannell and so many others. But if you show up with the same integrity and the same passion and the same vigor and love for our country that they showed, we will win. So April 5, this day, April 5, will be the day that America came alive. And when I am asked on November 4, 2026, when we win the midterms, how did you know? How were you so confident that we were going to win? I'm going to tell them. Because on April 5, I stood in front of a monument to freedom, with people from all over the country, with people who work so hard and dream so big, and they said, we're not going to be fucked with. Thank you. And now, it's my honor to have us close out the congressional speakers to introduce to you someone who has been censured but is not silenced, Congressman Al Green.
Thank you. 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 You touched my heart. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I am proud to be here today with my colleagues, all of whom are liberated Democrats. Let's hear it for these liberated Democrats. All of whom are unbought, unbossed, and unafraid. Unafraid to stand up for the many seniors that are among us. We have seniors that are among us. Unafraid to say to Donald John Trump, hands off Medicaid and Medicare. It belongs to our seniors. Social Security is not a Ponzi scheme. It is a part of the American dream. It belongs to our seniors. And we have to tell President Trump that Canada is not going to become the 51st state. Russia invaded Ukraine. Greenland is not for sale. And he also needs to know, dear friends, that Gaza is not going to become a resort. Gaza is not going to become a resort. There must be a home for the Palestinian people. Yeah, there must be. There must be. And I'm here to speak from my heart. This message is from my heart. It's not from my head. This is my heart. I want you to know something. I carry this cane because there are people who don't like me. They don't like my cane. But I carry this cane because after having celebrated my 25th birthday 3 times, 2 years into my 4th 25th, I carry this cane. And I carry this cane because I believe in the 23rd Psalm. That portion that reads, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, because my rod and my staff comforts me. This is my comforter. This is my comforter. And I want you to know that I'm going to take this staff of truth, and I'm going to take this rod, and I want President Trump to know that he's not going to have a 3rd term. There will be no 3rd term. 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 But more important than this, dear brothers and sisters, and I say brothers and sisters because there really is but one race, and that's the human race. Yeah, we're all related. We're all related. And L.S.B. Leakey, a noted anthropologist and paleontologist, reminds us that all of human life can be traced back to a single African woman. So if we're not brothers and sisters, we're at least cousins. So dear cousins, hear this message for Donald Trump, for President Trump. This is more important. I want President Trump to know that I will use my staff of freedom to proudly bring forth, a message that should say to him, he may not finish this term. He may not finish this term. He may not finish this term. He may not finish. He may not finish this term. Here's why. Here's why. Here's why. Here's why. Here's why. Here's why. Because you are now sowing the seeds that can lead to a Congress being elected that will have the courage to not only have articles of impeachment filed, but to impeach him a third time. Impeach him a third time. A third time. And a Senate. We need a Senate that will convict him this time. And I want you to know from my heart, I understand that he is a Goliath. He is a Goliath. He has control of the generals and the military. He has control of the Justice Department. He has control of the Republican Party. But my friends, for every Goliath, there is a David. There's a David. These are your Davids. There's a David. And I want you to know, Mr. President, this David is going to bring articles of impeachment against you within the next 30 days. Within the next 30 days. I'm bringing articles of impeachment. I'm coming for you, Mr. President. This David is coming for you. You don't deserve the office you hold. You can't be entrusted with liberty and justice for all. You can't be entrusted with government of the people, by the people, for the people. I'm coming for you. I'm your David. God bless you.
Please welcome to the stage co-executive directors Leah Greenberg and Ezra Levin, Indivisible.
Hi, everyone. It's good to be here with you today. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, my gosh. Thank you. I'm Leah Greenberg. I'm the co-executive director of Indivisible.
I'm Ezra. I'm married to Leah. I'm also co-executive director.
We represent a movement of thousands of local indivisible groups around the country. People who decided that politics and our democracy are too important to be left up to the politicians who raised their hand and said, I got to do something. And if that sounds like you, I bet there's a group near you that could use a few new organizers. Now, I want to be so clear about why we are here today. Over the last 3 months, Donald Trump has handed the federal government, the awesome powers of the federal government, over to the richest man in the world. And the richest man in the world has decided that you don't deserve clean drinking water. The richest man in the world has decided that your kids don't deserve good schools and special education. The richest man in the world has decided that our veterans don't deserve services, and your grandma does not deserve fuel to heat her home. The richest man in the world's coming for our Medicare and our Social Security. The richest man in the world is firing the people who protect our workers' rights, who protect our civil rights, who protect our public lands and national parks, who research the cancer and the Alzheimer's and the diabetes cures that we and our loved ones depend on. And they're doing it all. They are doing this all so that they can fund their next round of giveaways to their fellow billionaire buddies. So that Donald Trump and Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk can have another yacht and another fat tax cut. And they know that this is not popular. They know that the vast majority of Americans do not want this. That is why they are attacking our democracy to cement their own power. They are attacking our freedom to vote. They are taking kids off the streets, students off the streets for their social media posts. They're imprisoning innocent fathers in a foreign prison. They're doing all of this. They are willing to rip our democracy to shreds so they can sell the pieces off.
Hey, Leah got a lot of booze there. Can I get some cheers for her? Okay, so look, what are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about it? You know, there are some Democratic leaders out there who say the smart strategy is to roll over and play dead. Should we roll over and play dead? Look around, y'all. The institutions that should be upholding our democracy, they are rolling over and playing dead. I got a list. I'm going to name some names. Collaborators like law firms with Paul Weiss. Capitulators in legacy media institutions like the Washington Post and the LA Times. Craving universities like Columbia. Kleptocratic businesses like Amazon and Facebook. Look, when institutions that are supposed to uphold our democratic norms fail,